a cookie too.
Oh.
You have to read it.
What children need most are the essentials that grandparents provide in abundance. They give unconditional love, kindness, patience, humor, comfort, lessons in life, and most importantly, cookies. Oh my.
You gotta read them.
Grandma Teddy is the funniest person I've ever met. She always makes me smile and laugh so hard I almost puke. I love poetry. She is the most positive person I've ever met, and no matter how much time goes by, she makes me feel like her favorite grandkid. I feel so loved when I see her. I love you, Grandma Teddy.
Aww.
Aw, sure. Can you make me bowl on Christmas?
Don't ruin
She's
Christmas.
2 for 2 on Grandma's crying so far.
When I was younger, I remember looking forward to spending the night and playing games at Grandma's house. One weekend, we went to Burger King in between games and ate pies for dessert. Mine was apple and Grandma's was strawberry. We each tried a little of the other, and I said mine was better. Of course, Grandma said hers was better. We went back and forth, speaking apple is better or strawberry is better, in the conversation forever. Long after the weekend was over, after all these years, I think we can finally agree. iPhone, iPad, etc. Apple is better.
Oh! The final slam.
My favorite moment with Grandma was playing cribbage until like 3 in the morning. This breaks my heart. Just one word. Road comb. My favorite memories are easily when I was little and Mom would let me have sleepovers at Grandma's house. She always let me stay up late, played games all night, took me to Denny's for breakfast, and introduced me to the grilled triple-decker peanut butter jelly sandwich. Spending hours and days playing an unknown number of games growing up was the best way I could have spent my childhood. Grandma made this possible by playing and teaching these games. I wouldn't know how to play poker if it wasn't for her. My favorite memory is when she said she was going to surprise me with a cake that was in the shape of Texas, and when I saw it, it was a sexy lady cake. My favorite memory with Grandma was when we traveled to Arizona together. It was a long drive. I got lost often. Grandma would hit my dad on the head with a giant travel book, the size of a Bible, when he would say something inappropriate. That trip, we literally traveled until the pavement ended. It was great. Love you, Grandma. I remember, this is Shana. I remember spending hours playing with the dollhouse she keeps in the storage closet. Getting older and her helping me make sleeping bags for my dolls. Grandma Teddy is the reason I'm the joyful comedic storyteller I am today. We would spend the whole day talking at the kitchen table, playing board games, and talking about her very colorful past, and I remember thinking what an amazing life Grandma has. She is also the reason for my addiction to coffee, going on quick trip runs, and for making poor man's cappuccinos. Grandma Teddy is probably one of the most amazing human beings on this planet. She is the reason why the women in our family are so strong and smart. She's my inspiration. No wonder you got me a sweater with such a big neck. I wouldn't have been able to get a turtleneck off. My favorite memory, a recent one I really enjoy when we watch fireworks together. You've always been my best friend. I can never forget all the great times we've had playing cards and board games, or going out to eat, or having tea parties, or whatever mischief we decided to get into.
Right there.
At one point, your mom said Kelsey and I couldn't play together anymore. My favorite memory is when all of us girls played board games at Kristen's house. My favorite memory with Aunt Teddy is when I go to her house after school. We walked a quick trip to get a drink and snacks. Then we get back to her house, and when we finish eating our snacks, we would play aggravation. Aunt Teddy always wins. I still love her. Aunt Teddy is my great aunt. She's like my grandma. Oh, bless her. Where did you get all these?
It took some time.
I bet. I love when we all play games together. My favorite thing about Grandma is everything.
Oh, little suck up.
Yeah, my little diplomat. when we go to the pumpkin patch and when she says which hand. I like all the years she talked that weird and cool language. You are funny, nice, and caring. My favorite thing about Grandma is that she is beautiful and a great role uncle. Smart kid. My favorite thing about Grandma is that she is sweet and polite, except when she opens gifts.
Right?
You are one of the nicest, sweetest, and funniest people I know. You are sweet. You are the best grandma ever. She didn't think so the other night when she thought she didn't get a present little thing. You are funny. You are nice. Love you, Grandma. I like to have fun with her, like when we played Chutes and Ladders. She never played before. I like when Grandma gives me a sucker. She was the first one to ever let me have one. I even got one out of the Grandma box. Oh, that is so neat.
Aww.
How special. You can bring me a present.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.